Hi. My first thing I'm in my mind right now is the word wow, wow. I can't stop saying wow because hi. Before I get into why I'm saying wow, let me introduce myself because this is gonna be a little something that's on my mind. So my name is Tina Mae. I am 62 years old. I am a black woman who lives in California. I've been here my whole life except for 1 year. But other than that, I'm a California native. Being a California native, I live in the Southern Central Valley, and right now it's like 90 something degrees, which is a very nice cool down from the last 2 weeks of 105, 107, 108. That was not fun. So today is the first 90 something day, and it's really, really pleasant, much more so than last week. Anyway, I'm sitting out back in my sanctuary, the garage, and just perusing through my news. And I come across the story that somebody Kushner, and this side came to me, somebody Kushner is buying the Lakers. And my brain just froze. It went, whoa, whoa, stop, stop, stop. Whoa, 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 stop, 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 stop. What? Did I hear that right? And me and my daughter Ashley both got that at the same time. And we passed each other. I was on my way walking outside into the garage where she and her sister were already sitting. And I was passing her. She was on her way in the house to run tell her dad. Because, when you hear some information like this, you got to run tell that. Right. So I got it and went, what? And Nicole says, yeah, yeah. That's what Ashley just went in and go talk to dad about. Now, Dad, let me explain something. First, let's start with I am long winded. And if you don't know what long winded means, it means that I take my time to get around to the point. So when I'm telling a story, I like to get in story mode. So this is going to have to be more than just a story. This is not just my reaction to what the fuck? Are you serious? Who Kushner? Because in my mind, like I said, I'm long winded, so I'm gonna go around the corner a few times to get to my point. But right up front, I'm just gonna say my alarm bells went off when she said when I heard Kushner is buying the Lakers. Because my first thought was, you mean Kushner, the one that's married to Donald Trump's daughter, Kushner? Please tell me that's not who you're talking about. Because if that's what you're talking about, that means Donald Trump is about to own the Lakers, and I cannot those two cannot be in the same room together for me. I'm sorry. Please don't. Please tell me that's not what we're talking about. So after my initial panic, she explained, no. It's not the son-in-law of Donald Trump. It's the son-in-law's brother and Bob Iger. I said, excuse me? Excuse me? Bob Iger? You mean like Disney Bob Iger? And Jared Kushner's brother are buying the Lakers. Okay, give me a moment because I have to absorb that. I need that to marinate for a minute because I don't know why, but Tina is floored right now. And I'm not even a Laker fan. That's the crazy part. I have never really been a Laker fan. Not that I dislike the Lakers, but as a result of being married to someone at the age of 21, I got married at 21. I married somebody who was an absolute, oh my God, Laker fan. I mean, the Lakers could do no wrong. And yes, at the time, Larry, not Larry, but Magic Johnson was playing. And so they had a hell of a team. And I was aware of the Lakers. But, and I didn't dislike the Lakers. But being married to somebody who was such a Laker fan that I just got tired of hearing about him. I'm just Lakers, just the Lakers at, and everything had to be purple and yellow. And I'm just like, dude, can you stop? Okay, just stop. Okay, if you could marry Magic, I'm sure you would right now, but please stop. And so after like 15 years of marriage to somebody who was that much of a Laker fan, a Laker nut, I developed a distaste for the Lakers, the word. Um, and I deliberately started liking other teams instead of the Lakers just to annoy him because he was so big at the Lakers, you know. And it was just one of them catty things you do when you're in your 20s and you're stupid, right? Um, but I never really was a big Lakers fan to begin with. I was always a, you know, for me, you know, it was the Spurs. At the time, I was a massive Spurs fan because the team in the 80s that was playing when we got married was I'm like, y'all, damn, the Spurs is doing their thing. So I was a Spurs fan. I was a Bulls fan. That's kind of where I was. So it used to annoy the hell out of him. And then he had a daughter. We had twins, and Ashley, one of our daughters, she, to annoy her dad, when basketball season comes around, she decided back in high school that she was going to be a uh, Celtics fan. And yeah, I said, yeah, you do that and tell him that he's gonna go through the roof. And he did. And so she went out and bought the whole green and white everything just to annoy him. So every time the Lakers would play, she would come in the room in her green and white and it would just set him off. And I just thought, yeah, you know what? You annoyed me the hell out of me with the Lakers and she's paying you back. I love it. This is great to watch, right? Well, we got divorced back in 2020. And here we are in 2026. All of us still live together in the same house. Um, Me, Louis, my ex-husband of 26 years divorce. We were together for 20. So yeah, we've been in each other's company for 46 years total. And I'm gonna have to eventually one day tell the story of how you survive divorcing somebody and then end up being like besties for the rest of your life. I mean, it's hard to do, but you know, I actually managed to do it. So I'm gonna tell that story because I've been asked too many times. But let's get back to the Lakers. The reason I had to go all the way around the block to so you could understand my shock at this current news, even though I'm not even a big Lakers fan, but I know it matters to somebody in my household, and oh my God, right? So I ran inside to tell him, did you hear? And, you know, Ashley was right in the middle of already explaining to him what the hell was going on. And his first reaction was, it's not going to go through. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And we were like, you know what? I know, dude, it's already happening. It is in the process. They are buying it now. They're not negotiating. They're buying it. It is happening. And he's like, what do you mean? It ain't gonna happen. That deal ain't gonna go through. They ain't gonna sell Lakers. You crazy. Y'all crazy. And I'm like, Louis, you're gonna have to decide whether you're gonna continue to be a Laker fan, especially when Donald Trump walks in acting like he owns the place. You're gonna have to, when he decides to put his name on the team, that's when you're gonna have to decide whether or not you're gonna continue to be a Laker fan. Because right now, I know, even though I'm not an anti-Lakers, and I'm just not really a general fan of the team. They're cool and all, but it's not really my team when it comes to basketball. So it's not that big of a deal to me, but it's still the team that represents Los Angeles, which is an hour and a half away from my house. So to me, that's still our team. That's still our California team. I don't like the idea of anybody related to Trump having ownership of that team. I'm right now I'm getting super possessive. And even though I'm not really a fan, I am very super possessive over, excuse me, you're now encroaching on my territory. That's how I'm feeling right now. And I know that I think his name is Josh Kushner or Jake or somebody like that, but it's definitely not the one married to the Trump girl. It's the other one. Either way, it just to me the relationship is way too close for to Donald for me to be cool with it. You know what I'm saying? So I just got to speak my mind even before I get into the details of what the fuck just happened. But the simple fact of the matter is, I'm not really a Bob Iger fan, and I'm definitely not a Trump fan. I'm certainly not a fan of billionaires. I don't like billionaires. Tina does not really like billionaires because to me, the fact that we have so many billionaires is why we have so many. What first of all, the fact that we have let me clarify that statement before I get there. The fact that we have so many billionaires in this country at the very same time that the middle class has disappeared and at the same time that the homelessness crisis is so high, to me, all of that is wrapped up together. All the billionaires seem to be holding all the money, and they're doing it to the extent that we got people living on the street because y'all trying to be greedy. And everybody that was in the middle ain't in the middle. Now we got rich people, we got poor people, and there's nobody in the middle. So I'm not really a fan of billionaires. So when you say Bob Iger, I think billionaire. When you say Kushner, I think billionaire. When you say Trump, I think, ooh, corrupt criminal billionaire who is somehow running our country again. So all of this brings up my anxiety because I don't like the idea of our wonderful California team being owned by any of these people. And I know it sounds a little bit weird because whoever, and I don't even know because I haven't been following that close, but whoever just sold the Lakers is also a billionaire. So I'm not saying that only these three billionaires. I just don't trust the whole billionaire class because the reason why you guys are billionaires is because you took everything from everybody else, which is why you're billionaires. Therefore, I don't appreciate anybody who's just a straight up billionaire just for the sake of it, especially corporate billionaires. I'm just not happy with them. And that's a whole nother subject. But that brings me back full circle to the purchase of the Lakers right now. And I'm like, one group of billionaires owning the franchise is normal, but this particular couple of billionaires owning the team is really bothering me. It's hurting my soul right now. Just the thought of Iger and any Kushner having their hands on the Lakers is bothering me. It's really upsetting. It's upsetting to me to the level that it was upsetting when the Rams left LA and went to St. Louis and was gone for years before we finally got them back. We got our boys back. We got our boys back. They're going to stay here. I feel very strongly about this subject. You can hear it in my voice. I feel super strongly about this subject. It's probably going to be a podcast for today because I was not planning to talk about this today, but this is news right now, and I'm going to talk about it today because I'm feeling something, and I have spent a huge part of my 62 years of life suppressing my emotions and not being able to say what I really felt. And so now I'm at a point at 62 where, God damn it, I'm going to say what's on my mind. And I don't like the idea of anybody related to Trump, even as in laws, and Iger owning the Lakers. I have a problem with that. It is a big deal for me. Um, okay, now that I got that off my chest, I feel better. I'm gonna go have a cup of tea. I'm gonna think about this. And hopefully I feel better later. But I have a feeling that every time I see the Lakers going forward or I watch them play or anything, I'm gonna grind my teeth because I know who I'm gonna see sitting on the front. I know who I'm gonna see sitting on the right on court side, and that's just gonna bother the shit out of me. It's good. It's gonna bother me. It's gonna bother me. It's just gonna bother. Just see, thinking about it is bothering me. Just visualizing it in my head, and I can't not visualize it because because of my ADHD. I have to visualize stuff in order for me to remember it. So my visuals in my head are really, really strong. And right now, all I can see in the upcoming basketball season is seeing the whole line of Kushners and Trumps in uh, courtside. That see, I can't even say it without stuttering. Just the idea hurts. Oh Lord, oh Lordy, they just took our team. It's not okay. It's not cool. And I'm having a crisis right now, and I'm probably gonna take my meds. Where's my? Okay, hold up. I need my. Hold on. Okay, there. That's better. Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, I need something to calm me down because this is really upsetting. And I'm not really that big of a sports person. I'm becoming that in my old age because I don't work anymore. And since I don't work anymore, I got time to get into sports. My favorite one though is football. But basketball is like there too for me, but I don't watch it nearly as close as I watch football. But for me, this is like a possession thing. I'm feeling super possessive over the Lakers, and I don't want these particular hands having ownership of this team that I consider is LA's home team, damn it. And I don't want outsiders. And in my mind, Iger, you're an outsider, bro. I'm sorry. I don't like you. I don't like what you've been doing to Marvel. I don't like what you've been putting the brakes on Marvel. You already in my bad books for that as it is. You cannot force Marvel to make Deadpool be PG. It's not gonna work. I have a fundamental problem with Bob Iger. There's certain things he's doing to Marvel that's driving me crazy. And I'm a massive Marvel fan. As you can tell, I feel very strongly about this subject. So yeah, it's coming out real loud. But the simple fact of the matter is, I don't like Bob Iger. I don't like what he does with Disney. I don't enjoy when he's running the company. And I do not enjoy the pushback he's given to Marvel and trying to slow down their creativity. Feige got his whole toolbox ready to go, and you want him to pump the brakes. He just got his entire tool, all of his toys in the box together. All of them, he got them all back. And right now, you want him to slow down? The fuck, bro? Okay, I already have a problem with Iger for that. And now you're gonna turn around and buy our team? Excuse me? Don't buy LA's team. I'm not happy with that. Casey, I don't think so. You're too close to the one that's destroying our entire economy. Your name is too close to that guy. I have a problem with both of y'all. And I'm not even a Laker fan. I'm just a Californian. I have an issue with this. Yeah, Tina has an issue. I know I'm gonna get attacked online for this because there's some people who are gonna say, "Bitch, you need to shut your mouth." Blah, 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 blah. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna say what I have to say because I am not saving it, putting it inside and putting all my feelings in a box. No more. Ain't doing it. That's why my blood pressure's up now. Ain't doing it no more. Tina gonna say what she's feeling, and right now Tina is feeling real strong about these two buying our team. I have a problem. All right, I've had it. I said it. I need to calm down, so I'm gonna go do that. I might have more to say later, but right now I'm done. Damn, they brought my boys. I'm not pleased. Not pleased.